Well, a lot's gone on since I had to get water. She had an attitude, something fierce. She wouldn't even look at me. She didn't want me. Well, she had I think a few little demons decided to take a trip with my Princess Harley yesterday because I brought him in. She would not look me in the eye. No, siree. And Hannah did too. I was like, oh, sweet Lord in heaven. So I had to clear both dogs. So they're both back to kissing me again. I'm telling you, the darkness is out in full force. I'm glad I'm getting to the level that I'm at in my trip to heaven, descent back. But it's this whole journey. My whole life came to light just a few minutes ago. My whole life, I've always said, why was I born on All Saints' Day? Why was I born on All Saints' Day? It's got to mean something. Oh, it's the Day of the Dead. No, not to me. Not to me. And when my father constantly told me I was a loved child, something happened to my mom when I was born, which I can't even imagine. But it's like she got a sense of jealousy because everybody was paying attention to me because I was the first grandkid. It's amazing how when you really free your mind of all that excess noise, free up them demons, free up those negative voices, tell them to go back to hell. It is amazing the mental clarity that you can get. And then, even if you want to heighten it in small doses, that same brain thought, and you have to start off, you have to be smart about it. You can't be stupid and just go, okay, I'll just go drink the whole bottle. Well, duh. And that's why all the warning labels. It's because people have taken everything out of context. They've been doing it forever. They've been doing it forever. It's ridiculous. And it's unreal if somebody's taken something that I've said wrong. I'm like, what? Oh, come now. You couldn't have possibly taken it that way. I said it in the most lovingly kind way I could. And if that was hurtful, I'm sorry. But I was honest, you know? But what if you finally figure out, and this has been the biggest tool, because my whole life I've been the Energizer Bunny. I keep going and going because that's what my mother showed me working 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet. So she said, I don't know. But it's amazing when you look back at your life and you see how you came in as a love child. And my dad, there was no, it was undeniable. undeniable the love that my mom and dad had for each other. Truly, truly. So, at least that's my impression of it. I could never say it was demonic, but I have because I've said I was born to heaven and hell because she treated me like Cinderella, and I was her only child at first. I'm telling you, and I've told people this, that what if I'm the wild card that nobody thought about? And I'm sure there's others like me out here. Maybe there's more men. I don't know. But I'm going to be the first one that's going to come forward and say, I know why I was sent down here to help clean up this world. And I've been trying to do it. Even when I grew up with a mother that was from living hell. And nobody listened. Not a word. I just believed everything that she said with her lying mouth. She had to become a nurse to learn how to heal us. We were her lab rats because we were constantly in Dr. Abel's office on tetracycline to get rid of any blemish that was on the outer of her skin. Because she can deny it all she wants. The medical records can't deny it. I have never seen a person study like she did. And anytime I called her for advice as in adulthood, she would tell me everything that was the worst thing that it could be. Not a loving, caring mother. Oh, heck no. She's like Jack the Ripper. And I'm not kidding you. I stopped calling her. Only one time did I call her when I was in excruciating pain. I lived at the Coco Cabana, as a matter of fact. And I said, I have never been in so much pain in my life. I said, my bones hurt. My body hurts. I said, it hurts to walk. I crawl and it hurts. I don't want anything to touch me, not even the blankets, but I need the warmth. I said, I feel like I've got bone cancer or something. She goes, honey, you have the flu. I finally got to her, but that's what it took. I was in so much pain, she finally couldn't. She has surrendered. I finally got to the good in her. It was only once in my life. I never saw that side of her again. Not once. So I know why he sent me down here. I do know. To spread love and kindness. And he allowed me to do that to my body. I just don't understand. None of it was punishments along the way. It was just life's bumps in the road. And it's unbelievable how the more that I keep talking about it, it's like I I get an extra breath. It's like, wow, like I'm letting off some more steam. It's so healing. And And that's kind of something that I wanted to share with my audience is what a great idea. Have you ever wanted to video yourself and talk about something that was positive and uplifting to uplift somebody else? When you do videos, it's so much more personal. And it's amazing because I rewatch some of my videos and I can feel every emotion I felt at, at the same time, at the same moment. It's who I am. I'm never going to be somebody that I'm not. And that's why I think that the biggest homework assignment to the world is to do a videotape of yourself and play it back. Introduce yourself in your happy place and talk about yourself do, or do a devotion that you can uplift to something. Look at yourself from within. And are you happy with whom you've grown into? It's Easter. I'm just saying, when did the hearts of the world become hardened and so hurtful and so filled with anger and hatred? He sent me down here. There is no doubt in my life to help unite this world. It's the biggest heart I could ever give. Because my heart belongs to Jesus. So we need to start cleaning up. We need to clean house. We need to be prepared for our commanding officer. Because I assure you, he's coming. And all you other humans out there that can feel it, record that and share that with the world. Start a YouTube channel. What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose? Let's flood the world with that. Could you imagine an Easter like that, full of love and kindness and not heartache and sadness? I don't know. I know why I was sent here. And every single human on earth has a gift. They have a mission. Everybody's mission has been the same as mine, but nobody listened. get all crapped up in all the filth and nonsense. It's been happening for years. He saved my life multiple times. Ask any doctor around. I am truly a miracle. That's why my mother can't look me in the face. She can't look me straight in the eye and lie to me because I can see right through her. So she refuses to be in my life. That's the enemy. That's what the enemy does. So everybody, pay attention. We need to clean this world up. Look what Jesus suffered at 33 years old. I'm willing to risk my life at 56. If that's going to erase the sins of this world, clean this mess up. But I'd rather do it with my heart than the heart of the rest of the humans on it. That we stop this crap once and for all. They make a world a beautiful place to live in. When I see these two sisters from England in that pool, I visualize this place that I cannot wait to go visit. But the cruelty and the destruction of this world and this administration and just everything. And then the poison with the snake venom from now. How sick can you get? At what point do you put in a search engine, see no evil, and it doesn't bring up a monkey with its hands on the that's when you know where the world is headed. Look around. Look around. And my brain needs to be donated to Taiyu. Somebody needs to study my brain in the event that something happens to me. He calls me home. Because it's incredible what it has done, what it can do once you get rid of all the outside noise. It's unreal. And it's almost as if you build up your own headphones at times. For me, it's almost like I've got enough energy built up that I can keep my boundaries, keeping it away enough that it's not so violently loud. Um, it's been really weird, and that's only been that I've only had that feeling in maybe the last 2 months, and more so maybe in the last couple weeks, the strongest. It's unreal how I'm like somebody's saying something, and I'm like, huh? I'm like, I am not going deaf, but it's like all of a sudden I stop, and it's almost like my bubble starts going down like this, and all of a sudden I start hearing the birds chirping, It's unreal. That's how I feel. It's, I have to stop and slow my energy down in order to hear the world again because I'm constantly thinking and I, I'm going, but I'm not able to with my body yet to go the Natalie speed. And that's what he had to do to help try to save this hot mess we're in right now, was to get me down. Because nobody's ever known anybody like me that's got energy like that. No tomorrow. Always have. Until these last 2 years. And the adrenaline that built up in my body these last 2 years had some place it needed to go. And I swear it just kept getting trapped in my head because I just kept constantly just having sharp pains and it it's unreal when you are in tune with your body and what it does for you and you really start thinking about it. You can understand it better. Then you know what's going on within you. And putting all this purified goodness into it, it's amazing what it's doing to me. But I've had to adjust based on, just having a little mini fridge with eating. So it's putting toxins in my body. I can see it. So I know it's just temporary because I'm finding some foods that can slide in that are not processed that is helping. So that's I've noticed that difference, and I've added fruits and vegetables back in because I've got it right here. Don't have to go far. So what if you did a video? What do you got to lose? But if before you upload it, you don't like that person on the other side, go get your manual out and have a chat with that. I'm just saying. It can't go wrong when you read a good book. And this should be on the bestsellers list. So, we need to get Bibles every house, every hand. Then you go to the dollar store. Inflation might have hit. And why don't you do some good and start passing these out? How about it? Everybody buy 3. Just 3. Because everything good happens in 3s. Don't you have 3 people in your life that you give one of these to? It could be a Dingus Day gift. That crazy Polish tradition, the day after election, day after Easter, day after. No, what is something's tomorrow? What is it? Is it Dingus Day? See, I don't even know. That's election day, right? No, it is Dingus Day. What? Am I right? See, I have lost. There's some things that it's gonna be Dingus Day, right? The girls are butt to butt. They're just not helpful at all. I wish they could add to the conversation. Only when they want something. That's it. Other than that, it's game over. But how about that? I don't know what my mom was. So her nationality, she was adopted. But it'd be fun to find out. So, but I know I'm German, Swedish, and Cherokee Indian on my dad's side, Tim Johnson. So, that's my homework assignment. Tomorrow for everybody to get 3 of these. Like I said, go to your local dollar store or where you like to shop. And if you don't want to just buy a dollar store one, well then the sky's the limit. You buy whatever 3 Bibles you want. And if you want to decorate them, color on them. Make them creative. Do that too. Why not? Why not? All we gotta do is try. That's all we gotta do is try, right? Wouldn't that be cool to get a Bible that was simple from the dollar store and it was all dolled up? That'd be a fun contest to do. Ooh, I need to think about that. Hmm. Hmm. A room here. A room here for a weekend. For who? On me. On which one? Heaven's Treasure Ministry. Absolutely. What was I thinking? Duh. So, I've got a great idea. The winner will be announced on Mother's Day. So, get yourself a Bible and doll it all up. And there'll be rewards because it was heaven sent. Oh. I couldn't think of a better homework assignment. Now could you? Get 3 Bibles, pass them out, decorate them if you want. In the meantime, decorate one or all of them to enter. It doesn't matter how many you do. There's no limit. The sky is the limit. Absolutely. There is no limit, no siree. All you gotta do is upload a picture. So I will get back to you because I do not have a website. I don't think I have one. I don't remember what I've done with that. But it might be on my Silence No More because we could add my Heaven's Church. We could add my ministry to that. So there you go. I'm listening. There's another assignment. I'm not sure yet because my head hurts. I've taken the most doses ever. Well, not ever because I've taken a whole bottle. I'm up to 7 and I've still got pain in my head here. And it clouds my judgment. And it hurts. Like it's shooting all the way back. Almost like an ice. Wow. Yeah. Almost like if you could feel an ice cold sword going through your head. Yeah, that's what my head feels like right now. That's how much I can feel my own body. That's how in tune I've always been with my whole body. And that it's unreal because the one dose to get me to 7, I feel a little bit of like relief. It's like slowly, it would be really interesting for me to watch, for me to describe without seeing it, and somebody witnessing what I'm describing. That would be really interesting if there's some kind of brain thing. There's got to be something out there. But wouldn't that be a really cool technology just for all of us to be able to see how we tick and where we can improve it? I mean, could you imagine if you knew, okay, here's your brain. Do you understand what it can do? And trust me, I have got a library that I invested in about the brain that I haven't even begun to tap into yet. But can you imagine the change in mindset by focusing a child from birth about the capacity of your brain and how important it is to think for yourself and not to use one of these? This is what's wrong. You stop learning these. I can't even imagine what it's like to be a teacher with technology in today, and kids with their technology and their know-it-all. The mindsets are so polluted at such a young age. No wonder the enemy has been winning. Well, I'm sorry. That's not okay. We got to use this to get rid of the enemy. I'm telling you, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. When did we forget about when? This has been the most spiritual Easter of my life, and I'm sure everyone around you can feel the energy too. This spiritual energy here is coming out in droves today. It's unbelievable. You can feel it's it's almost like a humming, even though I know I'm sitting on a humming thing. But I've kind of felt like I've been in this just like humming mode, and that's just how it's just felt walking around, even though my body's just kind of come hither, so to speak. Well, maybe you're gonna do that, but maybe not. Really? But stay tuned. I'll come back with the what what yeah, room. What a great reward for a weekend for a doorman. Oh, God's heavenly word. And I won't have you mail them to me unless you're in the final selection based on a picture for validation that it is a Holy Bible. And I want the King James Version. Doesn't matter what language. How's that for fun? And then, what have you lost? Nothing, because you could keep the Bible for yourself, or you could give it to your mother for Mother's Day. Either way, it's a win-win. Wow. That had been in there for a long time. I just had a flashback to my youth when I was a little girl with my hand over my head, just like this. I don't know how old. I was looking down at the ground. There's a little dress on with white little socks and white little booties, little shoes. We have to do something. We have to try. Why not try with this? So I hope I reel a few of you in. I'm casting out my line. See if I can catch some fish. where that just came from. But I really liked it. There's a lot of fish in the sea. Oh, wow. So I'm super duper excited. What a fun thing to do. Not a whole lot of rules. I have to play this back so I can make sure that I'm not missing anything in my rules of rules. Just saying. So, um, trying to spread love in a world that has totally, totally done a world of hurt to people. And it's funny at times, I still can see some of that old world in my, it's still getting erased from my body. It's slowly like the edema. I can still feel a little edema like right here in my face. I can see it. Um, which would be like a snake bite, right? I never was injected. I tested positive to all three. And you can see right here, this side does not match this side. They're not the same. Look how puffy it is. It's just this. It's part of the snake, whatever, and it'll go away. It'll go away. But can you imagine what it's doing to my brain? He'll make it go away. So water. Damn devil. Of course he'd go after the water. Something pure. To taint it. Because they can control its route. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, wasn't that on Aaron Brockovich? That how about we collect them all and have them drink the water? No, that's what the devil would do. That's not what Jesus would do. Jesus would forgive. But what those people need to start doing is distributing the wealth and cleaning up the air of their ways. Because people like us are coming after you. Because you've done enough damage. And there's been enough deaths that why not use him to stop this once and for all? Got nothing to lose. Nothing. I can feel my heart right now. It's unreal. Every little, it's like if I get a tinge, I'm like, okay, what's going on over there? And then I really start honing in on it, like, okay. So I just think it would be really cool, that whole meet visualize a sensation that they're controlling. And I'm describing it to a T, I think, of where it's at, what it's doing, etc. It's unreal how sometimes it's hard to describe, but I'm getting better at it because with my father's mental health, the hardest part was he couldn't explain himself. I was afraid. I was afraid to explain it to me because I was his daughter. And he couldn't release the demons. He couldn't subject me to them. He was too afraid. So my dad lived in fear constantly. And he was afraid for me too. I understood finally tonight, right before I started this video, why he was afraid for me. Because how ugly this world was turning. And he knew I was going to be alone. But he forgot all about my girls. And he knew they would never leave me. Nor forsake me. You know, they have a choice of beds now. I call it their sofa. They want to sleep on their sofa that's on the floor. And so be it. They can sleep on the bed because they've earned it. Who says they need to be chained up like a rabid beast in some cage? It is sick what this world has become, with the filth and the anger and the blood. Type in the search "See No Evil" and see for yourself. Then click on the Images tab. You will not believe your eyes, because I guarantee you the first thing that you pop up is not the monkey with the hands up. I assure you, I will be shocked if there's anything but what I saw. And that right there tells you what's going on. Even though the monkeys are cute, it makes you think. See no evil. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to see that because you don't want to do that. To turn that into a demonic, something demonic, it's very demonic. I just looked at it and I went, oh, come now. That's all you've got? Good grief. Sweet Lord in heaven. It is unbelievable. The filth in this world. Every time we get new guests, it's unbelievable. The litter. It's unreal. Now, the majority of them, it's not like it's like a ton, but it's still, litter is litter. There's trash cans. There's no excuse, unless it just blew out of your hand and you can't catch it. That happens. I understand that. But I'm telling you, the smokers of this world, you need to clean up your act. You are the filthiest people on this planet. And I'm not saying you all are. I know those ones out there that are very courteous, and I know the Debbie and Dave good grief, the DDs, the double Ds, no quadruple Ds, Debbie and David. My friends were very courteous smokers. Very, very courteous smokers. You wouldn't even know they were smokers, except when you saw them light one up. They weren't flicking them wherever they, because the world didn't matter to them. They felt like they were God's gift to whomever, this world. Yeah, I've been cleaning up your filth too. And today, there was a truck that went out fishing and got too much ice for his cooler. So he had to open some beers right up first thing in the morning. Let's go drive a boat. So left seven lids. So seven. I'm assuming there were 7 people on that boat. But I'm not certain. Why else would you open up 7 beers? And at that time it was 7. I think it was 7 when I was down there, give or take. So all the tabs were at his hitch. Buy some ice. They had to swoop out so he could close the lid, I'm sure. I'm just playing it back in my mind, looking at the crime scene, so to speak. Because I've never been a litter bug, and I cannot stand litter. It drives me out of my mind. I've always wanted to pick it up everywhere I went, but I wasn't going to do it if I didn't have gloves. I've always wore gloves. I have been a germaphobe my whole life. I like to get dirty, whole 9 years. Well, I do like to dig in the dirt. That's something new, and I've really enjoyed that since Green Acres, that Garden of Eden. But if people would just sit down, slow down, just, 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 just sit down and relax and chill and go, is this what I want for my life? Am I happy where I'm at right now? And trust me, I know there's lots of me. I know there's a lot of us out here. But for those of you that are struggling right now with your lives, what is it you can do to change it? Sell everything and just uproot your life? And just start sharing it with the world through your journeys and enjoy life on a vacation and work if you want to? Live at hotels? Pet friendly, they're all over. I'm having the time of my life. I love it here. I don't need anything bigger than this. There's so much to do and see in this world. I just cannot wait to go overseas. And France, I've always wanted to go to ever since I was little. So, go. I'll write up the rules. Not today. But even if you don't want to participate, heck, you could just buy a book, Bible Let's Play. And you open it up, and it's something like a puppy. And FYI, pop-up books were always my favorite. They were just my favorite. Wow, that's really bad tonight. It's getting worse. It'll go away. It always does. But I have to be careful. Now I understand why Jackie Kennedy couldn't accept food from people that they made because of water supply, food supply, whatever. Because I've only been putting purified water and organic everything as much as I can possibly put into my body. And anytime that I have other stuff, I see it on my body. And I'm like, ruh-roh. What did I just have tonight that I probably shouldn't have? So when I go for my next, I call them maintenance checkups. I'm telling you, I want a scanner. I want a whole scanner of my brain and I want to see it all working. I want to see it. Is that possible? I just think that would be the coolest thing on earth. I mean, somebody like me that is constantly thinking with this brain that's I feel like it's got to beat of its own. It's just like going, I know my heart's beating, but I just feel like it finally feels like the 7 doses that I've taken are finally helping the pressure, and it's with the vibration, it almost feels like my head's being massaged. That's how powerful vibration is. It's unreal. It's incredible. So um, happy Easter. I can't believe I forgot this song. I need a nap, but I'm not tired. Oh, there we go. Ask you shall receive. Oh my gosh, and that just releases more pressure in my head. It's amazing. Getting you tuned with your body. Happy Easter. Love the whole bunches and bunches. Bye.